That's a big game.
Man, Chuck. Well, obviously Eddie, it was the Baylor game was awkward. He obviously got hurt in the first half. It was, hurt us as far as down stretch. It was a closer game when he was in there, but from what I saw, what the trainer said, I didn't think he could play. And Eddie tried to sub back in for the second half to start, and it's like, no, he's not in. I'm looking for a trainer. Can't find a trainer, and they're getting ready to take it out. So then they trainer said he could go in, and I didn't even know he went in the second half. So I didn't want him to play then. Today there was swelling, and so we did an MRI. It looks good structurally, and so but obviously there's some issues there. So we're just gonna have to play it out. But with that said, we were comfortable with Xavier, and he performed admirably, and I like that it was plus 18 with him on the floor. We could go with we have guys. I mean, we've kind of always felt like we've got a number of guys that can play five, and Emmanuel's real comfortable there, so we did that a lot. And so that's been a position of strength for us in a lot of ways all year long. And so we can play Jacoby there, we can play Emmanuel there, and we found that our guard situation is where we've been challenged and where we've had a lot of minutes. And obviously generally we've had hurt guards and a couple others on the side. So that's where we had. But really good as far as getting in the lane, making some good decisions. I thought in the first half, I wish we could have sustained it better in the second half. But the plus 18 on the rebounding is again doing what we do, and we've got to be consistently good at that. And as I said, we've got to find a way to cut down turnovers. But even in the second half with a big lead, we still find ways to turn over. Even the last second, we turned it over by holding the ball. I was telling so that's what we've got to get better at. But it's a good win. It puts us, I think, with seven losses. Texas has 6, and so we go play them Wednesday. And obviously, we know what they did to us in the first time.
Jimmy, you touched on it, but you said you wanted to get more penetration after last game. I'm sure the 40 points kind of speaks to that. Were you pleased with the aggressiveness?
Yeah, I mean, we drove it better, and they were pressuring us, and I just thought we did better. We kept our spacing better, and we drove at the right time, and we did a good job for the most part getting in the lane and making good decisions. And we got a lot of dives out of it, as we call it, and cutters, and so that was good to see. And we shot a good percentage because of that. We got to the foul line because of that, and we got offensive rebounds because of that. So that was something we've been working on and preaching, and we were able to get that done. So that was a good sign going forward here. Again, way too many minutes for these guys. 34, 34, 35, I guess, for Mike. Fran at 20. But Emmanuel 34. So I mean, again, these are we're not where we need to be, but that's the situation we're in.
How much is that going to impact this team going down the stretch with 3 games in 5 days?
We just did play 2, so I mean, we'll go light tomorrow. I mean, they got to find a way. We got to find a way, but we'll see. We'll see here going forward, but we got to play away, find the way to do it. Can't pick anybody up, and that's where we're at. So we got to do it. But I'd like to get a little bit more minutes for Micah. He was in foul trouble, so that would be, I think, a way we could remedy that situation.
It looked like he banged his wrist up there kind of late in the game. He came back in. Is he doing all right?
Which guy?
Micah. Yeah, sorry.
I just assume we all have wrist injuries. Every time I look, they're talking to a trainer. I mean, my trainers talk to them more than I do. So that's where we're at. We got so many things going on. I can't even begin to spend the day here.
Emmanuel, noticeably had a sense of relief that he was in here talking about a win. Mm-hmm. What can a win do for you guys going forward? Just a win. Just like
everybody losing this league. I mean, it's like somebody said I was talking to that's kind of watching this from the outside and watching the league, and heck, even good teams, really top teams in the country lose. I mean, there's nobody going undefeated. There's gonna be this thing's top to bottom the best it's ever been, I think. Going here, so but you just got the good thing is you go through some troubles. You got guys out, you got guys hurt, playing hurt, and do you fade? and you've seen that happen in this league. Well, we didn't, and we responded and found a way with another guy out, and so, you know, I mean, it's the way things are now, and given our situations, we got to see how we are on Wednesday. You know, who's healthy, who's ready to go, and who can find a way, and you know, maybe we make if we can keep rebounding and we defend a little better. I thought as the game went on, then we can get back to where we were and find a way to cut down turnovers, and then good things will happen. You know, I think our ball movement is better. I think our scoring out of the mid post and post is a little better when we had Eddie and even Xavier today, and I think you know, our penetration was good, better. So, you know, we just got to find ways to, you know, take away these turnovers. I mean, we keep preaching, but even with a big lead, we show that our you know, we don't value the ball as much as I'd like us to.
Coach, just talk about how big Xavier was tonight. You already touched on it, but it feels like he's shown flashes all year. But tonight was really where a lot of confidence came.
Yeah, we try. You know, it's interesting because I mean, I think if we had thought, he probably was based on what you'd seen. Eddie hadn't played, Sully hadn't played, and Xavier had put up numbers, granted at a lower league. But I thought he was going to be an impact guy for us, and he has been good. But Eddie's obviously progressed and continued to get better as the year went on. But I've always felt comfortable with him. He's given us good minutes, and we actually think, you know, maybe he didn't play in these last couple of games as much as he probably should have. Now, he didn't play as well as he had been playing, and that led to that. But we need him on the floor because he does some things differently. He makes our defense different. In some ways, he makes our offense a little bit different. And we think Eddie was playing too many minutes too at the same time. So you know, we question that situation, but you know, he obviously had a couple of big games of numbers, and so that's why it continued. So we need him out there, and it was good to see, and not surprising to us. I like the left-hand finish he had, and then I think which is complete, you know, improvement from what he got here. He didn't have a left hand. I think even one time he was supposed to shoot with his right hand, he shot with his left. So, yeah, he's a great kid. He's quiet, and we're trying to get him out to be, you know, more aggressive in a lot of ways, guarding people and going to the glass and running the floor, because we think he can be really good. But you know, he's still relatively young. Today's world. I mean, if you look at the leagues, I mean, I'm watching Kansas, so watching their, I mean, like, you know, it's just 60-year guys, and you know, it's just he's, you know, those are the teams that seem to be at the top of the league. The oldest are the best, and that's where we've got to catch up on, and as we go.
Coach, you only shot 14 threes tonight. How important is that to reestablish?
You know, I mean, I don't know that I said not threes, but we want to get more paint touches, and we want to get more drives, and we really have emphasized it. We have a lot of standards that we do offensive, but we've added that in recent weeks as a set number what we're trying to get as far as paint touches, and that can be drives, that can be those mid-post touches, and so hopefully that message is getting across. But you know, in our two of those losses, I mean, we shot way too many threes, and we haven't been doing that, and certainly that's what happened, among other things.
And just out of curiosity, early in the second half when the shot clock expired, Chuck saved it through the other way. What was the explanation there? Is that?
Oh no, that was the right call. I mean, that was the right call. Yeah, no, I had no question on the call. I was wondering if they put it in the front court or back court, but it was the right call. I mean, because that's a possession. They call that a possession. So, I mean, it would have been nice if Chuck had been aware of the clock. That was a hard thing to ask, and just would have gone out of bounds. It would have been our ball, or they would have 1 second maybe on the clock, but it gave them a new 30. But they called it a control. That was the question. But it was clearly their ball, and I was just wondering if it's going to be 20 seconds or 30 seconds on the shot clock. That was my. It was clearly their ball, the right call, and I was wondering if they called control or not.
Coach, Taz had 17 points for West Virginia in the first half, only 6 in the second half. Did you guys make an adjustment at halftime?
Well, I thought that, you know, he hit 2 shots, and we couldn't have guarded any better in the first half. And so it's interesting. We really talked to our guys about this, and it doesn't really, but like when guys hit, like, I get mad when guys get layups on us. They get mad when a guy hits a really tough shot on them, and I'm like, I'm fine with that. it's the layups that we can't give up. So I thought he hit two. He hit a 3 and a 2 that we couldn't have had it guarded any better. We'll live with that. And I thought he hit it. He had more of those in the second half that didn't go in. So I think we guarded him better, to be honest with you.
Coach, you felt
And
like
he's really good. We know. The whole 12 hours we had to prepare for him, we emphasized him.
it just felt like the lanes were a little bit more clear tonight.
Yeah.
Do you think that's something you're going to be looking forward to do more as the season goes on? Get Damian, Mike, Micah?
You make a very good point, and I was saying that too. And I gave credit to our guys, and we've been working on this a lot. Is our guys in the corners and staying down in the dead corners, and it's how the NBA plays and how we play, how most teams play. But we have a tendency to inch up and do that, and that takes away those driving lanes. And I'll watch it on film, but what I was telling our guys in the game today was we were doing a much better job of staying down there in that dead corner in those situations, and that gave us a little bit more room. It doesn't seem like much, but it's a big difference. And so the guys away from the ball, I thought did a better job. Now they also were guarding us a little farther out, possibly, and I think that helped it too. It gave us some, but that's how they play.
Anything else for Coach? Okay, thanks.